Welcome back to this week's episode of Walk and Talk. There's a lot of news that's happened with the Arcade1up last week. There's more news coming this week. And we're going to get into iiRcade, and AtGames has a sale. We'll go over all of that in this week's episode. So standing in front of GameStop, Golden Axe is still at $3.99. Now, as a recording of this, it is Sunday, March 19th, 2023. For the last week, I have been talking myself out of buying this cabinet with purchasing other mods for other arcades I have. I just don't know if I can swing the $3.99. I mean, I've been waiting forever for this price. I just feel like I'm crazy for not picking this up right now, but I'm hoping that the sale continues. Maybe other stores pick up on it, but just want to throw out there that it's still on sale at GameStop. Now, looking at Golden Axe online here, I mean, it's all $5.49 across the board. We can see it at Kohl's, Best Buy, JCPenney's $5.57. I never picked up anything from JCPenney's before, but everyone else has, there's no sale, right? HSN and like QVC are interesting, along with Wayfair, or you can do like payment plans. I haven't tried that yet. It can get dangerous, I suppose, but going back to GameStop here, $3.99. And I guess you could get the price match at Best Buy. But this is a cabinet I definitely want, and it's just, I just don't know if I can make it happen this time around. Hopefully the sale lasts. I just wanted to pair this next to NFL Blitz and NBA Jam at home. $3.99. It's a great deal. The only thing I would do is change out that marquee. I'd go with the Sabos. And that's just preference. You know, I mean, the game lineup on here is great. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that this sale is still going on. And it's something to think about. Stopping up at Chipotle this week. We couldn't do McDonald's again. To be honest with you, I thought about that breakfast every day last week. I got a burrito, barbacoa. Kelly, what'd you get?
2 tacos, chicken.
Kelly got tacos. I think a Diet Coke. I got Pib Extra, Mr. Pib. Need some caffeine. The beef barbacoa burrito. I'll go with this over Qdoba any day of the week. Back in Brookfield, what used to be known as Loman's Plaza, you see Guitar Center behind me. I'm a little disappointed this week. I wanted to do like a downtown Milwaukee. As it warms up in Wisconsin, we were gonna go downtown a couple of times, not like every week, but just cover some other things. Actually, just standing here in the sun right now, it's not too bad, but it's been cold the last couple of days in Wisconsin, and we just decided to just hit a couple different stores. And maybe next week, as it warms up, we'll go downtown. Somebody just drove right into a curb. But I'm going to run into Half Price Bucks and see what else they have. It's been like a month and a half since we were here. See if there's any cool collectibles in there. But if I was taking a chance on any of these, it'd be either one of these. A DC guy, 30 comics. All right, so 30 comics and, all right, 46 issues. And I never saw this. So remember the Spider-Man 2099. So Doom 2099. 30 comics. Actually, that one's pretty cool. You know, I'd get these, but then what are you going to do with them? Atari Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Ms. Pac-Man, Atari. You got to like the artwork on some of these. Super Punch-Out. Donkey Kong Country. Saw this book when I walked in. The old Superman comics. Yeah. It's all black and white. Looks pretty cool. Got the logo on the back. Have the old Batman down here. DC Comics year by year. 1999. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. It's pretty heavy. 80 years of DC history. Batman book and record set. And I just love how they were drawn this way. It's like classic Batman and Robin. I mean, look at the Joker. Look at that jaw, that chin. Interesting thing is having Marvel on the back side of here. It's kind of like having a Coke on one side and a Pepsi on the other. There's a Superman behind here. Just love the way they were drawn in the 80s. You know, this is what I was into as a kid. I mean, this is what got me hooked on these guys. Were, you know, back when Christopher Reeve was Superman. I mean, these were, look at 1978. I mean, that's when Superman 1 came out. Last time we were here, we saw the Sega Genesis Mini, $100. It's still here. This is something that I'd like to get for like a giveaway down the road. I'm glad it's still here. I said before, I kept track of stuff here, like where stuff was on these walk and talks, and this is still here. I hope it's here for a little longer. Like I can't do it yet, but this would be a good giveaway. This is hard to find. I mean, $100 for this isn't a bad price. I mean, it was $79.99. By far the coolest Funko Pop I've seen. Michael Knight, Knight Rider. That is cool. Look at Hasselhoff. This is awesome. 45 bucks. And they know stuff's worth something. Here's Guardians of the Galaxy. Michael Knight. That is cool. AtGames has a sale going on through 11/59, March 20th. So when this video airs, it will be March 20th, Monday morning. If you're watching this in time, you'll still have time to take advantage of the sale. So the micro is $369. You know, it was $349 when I got it. I mean, it's still better than $449, but it's a little high because you got to factor in the taxes. And then there were some packs that were on sale also, along with pre-ordering the Dr. Seuss pinball pack. But the thing is this doesn't come out until the summer. So it's kind of like, to save a couple of bucks, $3, and you got to wait till summer. I mean, I would wait on something like that. And I wanted to get the Operation Wolf pack. That's not on sale this time. But if you're interested in any of these arcades here, the Legends Ultimate, $100 off. Pinball. I think the Ultimate Mini is probably the best deal at $369. Like if you were interested in that, it's not a bad price. But you see the countdown here for AtGames. And that sale will go through until midnight, March 20th. Thundercats Volume 1. $14.99. 3 DVDs. And we had a Volume 2 here. Mumra, Lion-O. 3 DVDs. Who doesn't love the Thundercats? So that one's $19.99. So season 2, season 1 picked up a little slow. Remember that first episode? Lion-O was just a kid, so everyone was older than him. And season 2 must have really picked up. I think they took a lot of time in season 1 to explain the backstory on him. As corny as it was, this was a great cartoon, and it just got better as it went on when it turned into like the Galactic Guardians. But there was some great episodes here. I mean, that's what really got kids, especially me, involved with Superman, Batman, and everybody. I mean, you would just see this you'd see them on peanut butter, animal crackers. The Super Friends were big. They have NFL Blitz at Best Buy. I kind of hope they had some other stuff here. Or on the back side here, you can see that back of that Pac-Mania cabinet. Usually this is all loaded up here. Last couple of times we've been to this location, going around here. They do have that. They do have that Couchcade still. And we just saw that at Kohl's, I think it was last week. Simpsons Shack Jam. There's like this part of me that wants to get Shack Jam. I just bought something for my NBA Jam. I'm waiting for the marquee to come, and I got something else. Trying to just spice that up as much as I can to prevent me from buying this because I just love it. I just love the size of this, and I know the TN monitor is not the greatest, but hopefully that new mod I'm gonna do will take the FOMO away from getting Shack Jam. But I wanted to stop by the Best Buy to talk about their new app. Now everybody knows about it. The One Update show had this. They talked about this app last week, and there is a new episode on Monday, March 20th. So be sure to check into that. But the app is all set, and I have mine, and you can download it on the App Store and Google Play, and you're just registering your cabs on there. And there's going to be a store and a way to engage with the community. I mean, you can do messages on there, so it's a start, and you give Arcade1up credit for that. I mean, it's cool. And just so you know, I just saw this. Look at Golden Tee, $315. Like, if you were interested in this cabinet, is there anything else? Yeah, $1,000 for that infinity table. You know, the sales are kind of, I mean, there was a sale a week ago. Ridge Racer sold out. Like this, this shouldn't even be over here. But is this legit? $315. I mean, it's worth $500. For $315, I actually did play a little bit of the bowling this morning. This is a deal. I'm gonna try to get if you guys can scan this, if you're interested in getting this for like a store pickup, this is worth it. Not a bad price. Just going back to that Arcade1up app for a second. I mean, they're always going to have their news. So this was that episode I was talking about, March 14th. Now there is another Arcade1 update show Monday, March 20th, probably 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. Eastern time. So Arcade1up having this app, what I'd like to see is iiRcade having an app too. And iiRcade's app would be just being able to download those games. You just pay for it, you link it to your card, and then you turn your system on and it's downloaded on there. Instead of going to their main page, just having an app for it, along with, they do have merch on there. They have hats, they have sweatshirts, t-shirts. They should have iiRcade, it'd be cool if they had an app in the App Store, Google Play, that you could buy from, because it looks like Arcade1up, you're going to be able to do that here on the more section here. I'm trying to do this one hand here. I mean, you have the shop, contact customer service, the news. So it'd be cool if iiRcade had the same kind of thing. Like, we could just go here, download the games. It's kind of hard to do on the phone. Like, I do a lot of stuff on the phone. Just having an app would be it'd be a lot user friendly, That'd be my suggestion for iiRcade. It'd be cool. But I'm a little disappointed that, some of these games are a little high. I mean, Ms. Pac-Man should be lower. Ridge Racer is sold out. I mean, you can find an open box. In this area in Wisconsin, an open box is not an option. It says that when you go online, so it's just like regional. But I wanted to come in here to talk about the app while we're looking at Arcade1ups, and to drop iiRcade. Not saying to do the same thing to register your arcade, but just a way to pick up games on an app. I'm really surprised that these Zelda Game & Watches are still available for $49.99. I do have the Super Mario one, and it's got this clock on there. The only downside, and I did buy this stand from Etsy, the only downside is it shuts off after like a minute. I wish it would just stay on. It's USB powered, but this is pretty cool. I mean, this is something that, you know, you might want to collect. Just hold on to it. I've not seen this many. Look at that in the store before. Some notable Legos here. The 9 Plus range. 65 bucks. $69.99. You got Avengers one here. The 9 Plus, I would probably struggle. I mean, these take time to put together. Look at this Friends set. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna get a price here. $179.99. Always nice to see Arcade1up still in stores. Now, there wasn't a lot in there. They did have the Shack Jam, the Simpsons, and an NFL Blitz. So, you know, it's cool. We're gonna go to Walmart next. We'll see if there's anything Arcade1up related in Walmart, and we'll check out some toys. We're at Walmart. See if there's any, like, I'm not expecting there to be any stocked Arcade1up here, but you never know. There might be something on clearance. There might be a returned item, but I do want to check out some of their toys, see what's different between their adult action figures versus Target's adult action figures. And I want to talk about more about Buy Stuff Arcades mod. So there was a door like right here, and the Arcade1up area was like right overlooking here. I'll put in a picture what I'm talking about right after this clip, but it took me a second. I like second guessed it. Like, it is completely gone. Like, there's no evidence that Arcade1up was ever even here. All right, so this is official. The first PlayStation 5 I've actually seen in a store. There are some PlayStation 4s next to it. Now, I did see someone walking out with this on the Black Friday at one of the Best Buys I was at, but I have not seen anything like officially here. So $559. After buying all these arcades, it doesn't seem like $559 is that high, but you know, a lot of people could argue that, but just wanted to point this out. It's pretty cool to actually see this in a store. On the other end of that aisle is the rest of these collectibles. They kind of just have them jammed here in the back. We're back by where all like the TVs are, and there were aisles here, and they were further down there past where the people are standing. They kind of had like dedicated aisles, but this is what remains right now. We got a RoboCop for $34.96. That's pretty cool. I mean, look at that art. Look at that. I mean, it's just like the official movie poster. That is cool. You got Gizmo here. If he makes any noises with sound. Can't get him to say anything. And a couple other action figures here. We got Aquaman at Multiverse, 1996. I don't know. Maybe they were $19.99 at Target earlier. I said when we were at Half Price Books, when we saw those for $11.99, I believe. I think I said $24.99. Maybe they were $19.99. It's another Gizmo. And right on the back side of that, we have the rest of these collectibles. You got the Raphael here. Now I want to go by the toy area and see if there's any of those. I was mistaken that these were the 89 Ninja Turtle figures. These aren't. I mean, it looks like it. It's got the same art, but there is a toy line. I want to see if that's here. Target doesn't carry that specific model. It's the Batarang from Batman Beyond. Take a glance here. Really like that grappling gun that was at Target. A Michelangelo. Oh, that's cool. I wish this opened up. I'm not gonna get a Donatello one too. I'm not gonna open it up, but so yeah, remember when the Turtles first came out? They all had the red bandanas. The original comic, along with that first Nintendo game. Remember the first Nintendo NES game? The cover they all had the red. The game, they did have their colors once you started playing it, but that cover, very interesting. I don't know if a lot of people know that. It's a good time to bring up that Buy Stuff Arcades mod. So just going over this one more time, a lot of people have ordered this, and BCon just did another video about installing the plug and play, and it was pretty quick. It was a pretty quick mod. Now it's going to take me a lot longer than it took him, but he showed off a lot of the games, and there is a lot of Dreamcast, there's a lot of PSP, a lot of PlayStation, but he was very impressed. It's this Game Center Xbox Series. He was very impressed with the game lineup and how they played. And I gotta tell you, the Gotham Knights. I gotta tell you, I played Ridge Racer yesterday for a little bit, and the form factor is great. The games are so hard. It's not really enjoyable. I want that mod. I mean, I ordered the mod, and they're not all going to be the arcade ROMs, but it's going to give you something different to play. It's going to be it's going to be fun. Until Fast and Furious comes out, I think this is the way to go. It'll be fun to play this because it's going to be more of a driving type game. You don't have to worry about anything. You're just stepping on the pedal and just punching it. And that's why people are buying this mod. This would be like the last spot here. Like back in the day, like this is where you would see Arcade1ups lined up. And we're just, I didn't expect to see anything here, but just if there was anything on clearance or if there were any returns, this is probably the areas that we would have saw them. Really flipped a lot of things around here just after where we were just at. So if you could just imagine, like the TVs were on that row over here. We're back on the toys. This was on the complete other end of this store the last time I was here. And check it out. Now, we just picked up this Starscream for a giveaway for Outrun the Neon Suns, 1,000 subscriber giveaway. It's 55 here, and I want to say Target was 52. And you can see there, I didn't see this guy. And that's the thing, is you're going to find differences from what Target's going to have and what Walmart's going to have. But check this one out. So I don't know if this is a smaller. Yeah, so okay, this is a small. So I have a Christmas ornament that looks just like this. So this is actually, here's your true, like this was the size. This was how he looked. If we really went back to 1986, like that's a good rendition of him. Just look at how many Starscreams they have here. There's 3 there. You do have some other models. It was a surprise seeing the Superpowers team. It's always, and I know they're different figures than what we would have had in 84, 85, 86, but it's cool to see it. I mean, could you imagine they did a movie and he had the Captain America boots to this day? I mean, that wouldn't look, that'd be so weird. But no Ninja Turtle stuff other than that stuff we saw in like that collectible area. Just talking Fast and Furious here. After that one update show, they confirmed that summer would be like the next announcement for something new. So Fast and Furious, Time Crisis, we're looking at summer. Walmart also has the Game & Watch Legend of Zelda for $49.96. And we know about the deluxe coming out. Pac-Man, Class 81, Mortal Kombat 2. But they said anything, the next new release or an announcement would take place in the summer. So that gives us time. Something like Golden Axe going on sale for $3.99, or anything else we see like marked down. This would be the time to buy something if we're waiting for the summer for a new release, or you're doing any mods. You know, a lot of us are buying up new marquees, adding to our cabinets. It just gives us, you know, we're a little more flexible with our money right now because we're not buying anything new. Mortal Kombat 11. Talking Mortal Kombat, going to the Arcade1up here. You know, they're advertising it. I mean, here we go. Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. This is the size of an XL. I was looking at my Golden Tee today. The only difference between this and an XL is that monitor is going to be 17 inches on the Deluxe instead of 19. But I'm telling you, this is going to be as high as a Deluxe. I mean, maybe the marquee isn't going to be as big, but Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, Arcade1up is going to give away 3 of them if enough people download that app. Now it's going to take a lot of downloads. I want to say it's 25,000. I could be wrong, but it sounded like it was 25,000. They're going to have, I'm sure, an update to that on their show tomorrow, which is when you're seeing this today, March 20th. I'm sure they'll have some more details, and they're going to, the fact that they're having another show, you know, I'm sure they're going to talk about how Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is online, you know, how they're doing with the download app, and any giveaways for Mortal Kombat 2. I'm stopping for my final coffee today. Anyone else still like dragging from the clocks being changed? Like, it's taken me a week to get used to this. I cannot wake up yet. Like, it's getting later in the day here, and I'm getting another cup. I usually go with this Karuba House, and this is my favorite coffee. Anyone ever go on that Soarin' ride at Disneyland where it's got Buddy from Seinfeld, where he's got like his checklist before you get on the ride? It's like, okay, you know, this, that, and be sure to have fun. Yeah, I feel like that's me, like, closing out these videos. You know, here's what we talked about. If you're looking for sales, this is the best time. We have between now and summer to find any deals we can on Arcade1up. Sounds like summer's going to be the next big announcements. Like, they're going to, unless they're playing it safe, right? They're going to hold off on Fast and Furious, which I'm really getting excited about. Time Crisis. We'll see those other deluxe cabinets really soon, I'm sure. That mod for Buy Stuff Arcades, this is the way to go with your Outrun or Ridge Racer cabinets. You know, I'm not happy with the game lineup, and I've said in the past that, you know, I love the Ridge Racer cabinet. The games are just they're just so they're hard. You know, I'm just not in love with them. But, you know, and the app, I think iiRcade should do an app. I think it'd be a lot easier to get games on there, have a store to buy their merch, like what Arcade1up is doing through their community. So, you know, this is what's happening. Be sure to check into that One Update show today, March 20th, when this video is aired, on their next announcement to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, we'll be downtown Milwaukee, do a different type of walk and talk than what we've been doing as the weather gets nicer out. Still today, it's just still a little chilly, and, you know, being by Milwaukee, with being by Lake Michigan, the wind would have been kind of unbearable out there. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.